I'm only seeing things for movies.
Oh! How did they miss this boat? A Christmas Story! It could have been done. Between all the fantasy sequences he had and everything like that with the BB gun and all that stuff, the bully, there was plenty of content you could have thrown in there. And you're not going to throw content in there that makes no sense whatsoever. Give you secret codes to do with the little Orphan Annie coin.
I don't think there was a video game.
I think there was. It's so rare that like they barely put it out.
It would still be on the internet at this point.
Dan Law's going also with Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I was thinking that. Yeah. The way how she put Breakfast Club be the similar. Like, you're trying to not
avoid getting caught.
Caught by your parents or the principal. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. What else was there from the 80s that could have been really good? You know, not for nothing, they had all these wrestling video games. Why was there never a Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling video game edition?
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome, because it opened you up to so much more. Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling on the video game.
Spaceballs. Why haven't they made that?
Spaceballs, the Nintendo game.
On.
And you call it that.
Yeah.
Spaceballs, the Nintendo game. That's it. You just...
There's only probably so far you can go with parodies. That's the problem. I don't think you're allowed to technically parody a video game of another franchise's game, technically.
I guess.
That would be cool, though.
Oh, my God. Back to school. Interesting. You do the triple lingding.
Yeah. It would all be about swimming. Huh.
What else? I think what else would have been great back then. Oh my God! This has just got the brain tossing and turning all over the place.
Since a lot of things I watched were teen movies, they would end up falling to the same category of what I was talking about when it came to The Breakfast Club.
Yeah. I don't know what else. From that point, I don't know what that was. Those were definitely missed opportunities for games.
They were.
Yes, there was a Back to the Future video game, Danielle.
Yeah.
Multiple, actually. It was multiple Back to the Future games. Not all good, either.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
That would have been awesome.
Because I'm sitting here trying to think horror-wise, too. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
That just needs to happen as a whole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not even
Child's
for
Play the
Nintendo.
video game. They did Friday the 13th.
They did.
They did Friday
And
the
they did Nightmare on Elm Street.
And they did Nightmare on Elm Street.
Child's Play.
Yeah, why not
Child's
Child's Play?
Why not Child's Play? Why hasn't there been a Child's Play video game, period, yet? I know he is a character in some sort of horror video game. Like, he is a horror character, but, like, why has there been no official, like...
Why wasn't he in the Mortal Kombat video
there's
game
been multiple
against
Aliens
Skeletor?
video games as well, Danielle.
Which one?
Aliens. There's been multiple
Yeah,
video
oh god,
games.
yes. Still coming till this
Wow,
day.
Doug's brother just tuned in. Chris, welcome in a long time.
Oh, look, it's that hot guy in that video.
Okay, you say so.
For an 80s guy, he's a hot guy.
Okay. Not awkward at all. Better Off Dead, the video game. Interesting.
Where you try not to commit
Oh,
suicide?
wait, that's what I'm thinking, yes.
And the last part, of course, involves the skiing.
Yeah.
Oh my
God,
god.
the skiing, yeah. No,
Caddyshack, the golfing game.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
a regular golf game, just call it Caddyshack.
And then
Have
you
that
just,
little
then
thing.
you
It would
get-
make
you
golfing
get-
fun.
And you get the golf, and you get the gopher in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You get the side games can be the gopher avoiding the Bill Murray character.
Those are mini games in between all your rounds.
Dan Law, License to Drive. Dan Law, Howard the Duck. Yes, Howard the Duck.
They didn't make Howard the Duck?
I
don't
want to
think-
say,
No,
if Dorian is still listening, because he's the Howard the Duck dude,
I don't think there was a Howard the Duck video game.
I want to say there was.
I don't think there was. I don't think there was. Let's see, what else?
I really want to say that there was, though. The internet's failing me at the moment, so.
Big Trouble in Little China, the Nintendo game. There was plenty of material in that.
There was. And you could have easily just pieced together every other video game they had to make that one.
You had martial arts, you had monsters, you had going through that warehouse and dungeon tunnel thing. You know, you had everything.
Yeah.
You had everything.
Mm-hmm.
You had fighting in the street. Like, what else? Anything possible was in that game. Was in that movie.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Yes.
You just gotta kick everything.
Yes. Yes.
You just kick your way through every board.
Yes.
It'd be the lamest video game ever. It'd just be all kicking.
That's pretty much what every Nintendo fighting game was.
It's pretty much what Roadhouse
and
was.
Kick and punch. So then, what the fuck? Why not?
Let's see. Yes, there was. Released 1986. Danielle, Gleaming the Cube. Yeah, there was plenty of video game ones.
See?
Okay. But she said, yeah, she just said it was just not on the NES. It was on a computer. It was a computer game, not console. Okay, let's see. What else?
I had a computer game once back in the day with my very first computer.
I had a Commodore 64 that barely worked.
And my dad got this computer, this big hunk of,
Computer?
for homework. You didn't even know how to turn the thing on or get this, nothing. Now this was prior to like internet and AOL. And the game I had was like one of those Carmen Sandiego games.
I remember those.
And it was all orange because that's the screen we had. It was orange and black. And the game was terrible. It was so hard.
All right, so since we're going this route, this will venture us into the next thing. First gaming experience.
That.
So yeah, so yours is that.
Technically, it's that.
First game. We're going to the Nerd Origins here. So Nerd Origins video games. First experience was that. How about you?
Had to have been Nintendo, I believe. Mario and DuckTales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt, yeah.
The first console I owned was a Nintendo, but
Yeah.
it wasn't my first gaming experience in terms of a home console. A friend of my mother's had the Atari, and I remember playing that awful Spider-Man game.
Oh, well, yeah. In the apartment building we lived in apartment 6, Jackie,
Oh, okay.
her hot brother had the Atari. And I played it up there eventually, too. But it was just...
Yeah, I believe my first home console experience was Spider-Man. And I was fairly disappointed because my dad used to take me to the arcades like every weekend, and arcade, as we know, cabinets looked a lot better than home consoles at that moment.
Oh, God, yeah.
Even though like cabinet games weren't that great graphically yet, they were better than what the home consoles were just starting.
That was
to
like
be.
the only reason we would go to the pizzeria inside ShopRite was
Yep.
to play those. And then the Rack and Roll came, and we're there constantly. That's still
Wow,
there, I think.
John. See, John's saying Mario 64. See, you came in at the good time of video gaming. We got little blips.
See, and then the thing is, we had Nintendo, then we had Genesis. We didn't get a Super Nintendo.
I did.
Oh, yeah, you did, yes.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so, but then, like, that was it for a while. And then it wasn't until my psycho boyfriend started coming over with the PlayStation. It was like, what is this? Sorcery? Like, Resident Evil, what? What the fuck?
Yeah, so first one game console for me was Spider-Man, but then of course my dad got me Nintendo, and of course Mario and Duck Hunt. And the other game, of course, he got for me was NES Pro Wrestling with Starman. Those were the first two games I had.
Yeah.
That was set it all off. All right, first comic book.
It was always an Archie comic for me. When I was younger, it started with the Archie comics because of Veronica. From there, it was like just random little ones back and forth. I would read a couple X-Men's from my friends, but I never owned any. Technically, the first comic book I really owned ever again since the Archie days was when you got me the 30 Days of Night graphic novel.
How about you? First comic book.
I think it all started pretty much like years ago, like when we had the wrestling Squisher magazine, and they would have like a little comic book inside of it.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
And so then, like every now and again, my father would like bring shit home, and he would have a few comic books, and they were like based on movies. Like there was some from Coneheads,
Mhm.
Roger Rabbit,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of other stuff.
And we had like a Beavis and Butthead
Yes,
one, like the
mhm.
random ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was X-Men Classic Annual #1, the Art Adams cover, which was basically a reprint of when they first got Wolverine, Colossus, and everybody into the team. Wolverine had the yellow suit and everything like that. I believe that was the first comic I actually had and owned. I remember my dad used to also have a lot of Shang-Chi because, of course, he loved Bruce Lee. So, of course, and under that, Power Man and Iron Fist.
See, you had more access to it though in New York. We didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
You know
wasn't
how
much around here.
we would get the ones that my dad would find and bring home, and all the Archie shit I had to get, I would order single issues via the digests that you would get at supermarkets, because inside they had the little pamphlet where you could X out the ones you wanted, and then you sent it out in the mail with a check and waited for your comic books to come get to you.
Yeah. Well, also, it was like, the funny thing is, like, a lot of my nerddom, the funny thing, it came from my dad.
Mm.
He introduced me to comic books and video games and kung fu movies and all that stuff. Like, he introduced me to all that stuff.
What a surprise.
I know. And everything like that. But the thing is, my dad always liked superheroes and everything. I think it was more so because, my dad always liked working out and gym and martial arts, so it's kind of like that perfect
Oh
combination.
yeah, but he'll never admit to that.
Well, the funny thing is, my dad, in a sense, I would consider him a nerd before us, because his big love was cowboys and Indians. He loved the Lone Ranger. His favorite superhero of all time when he was a kid was the Lone Ranger. I would technically classify that as almost being a nerd.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, because ours was too.
Yeah.
Dad was all about the westerns and the spaghetti westerns and the Supermans and yeah.
Let's see. So
Can you imagine what we'd be living on
Oh,
if
yeah.
those people never stole all his Superman comics?
All the time, yeah.
Because my dad had when he was younger, he would tell us he had all the Superman comics.
Yeah,
Mm.
then his stupid mother threw them all out. So
That's the
God,
typical
God
story.
knows what he had.
Oh my god.
Well, that happens a lot. That's happened to all the stories people throughout life.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think what else nerddom would be considered firsts. JP Moore, thank you for the congratulations. JP, congratulations on the 100th episode.
Thank you.
Let's see. Trying to think. Anybody got any other
This is like your first nerd crush.
nerd crush?
Nerd crush.
Okay, define a nerd crush.
Nerd crush as in like fictional character. Fictional
Okay.
character crush. Because that would be like, a nerddom, like a fandom of a movie or a comic or a video game. Because
First,
everyone's crushed on a fictional character. Everybody. Link. Mine was Link. I was so into Link. Link was my boyfriend. This was before Roddy Piper. No, wait. Was it? I'm not sure. It might have been in the same time. Point is Link was my video game crush. I was so into Link.
cartoon, Chitara.
Okay.
Chitara was smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Chitara was the most anatomically correct superheroine on TV. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Lady J. I liked Lady J from G.I. Joe for some reason. She was just tough. Comic book wise,
Notice he's naming redheads.
cool your jets, Miss Foxy. Comic book wise, my first nerd crush in comic books was, in fact, Rogue.
Not surprised. Not surprised. Oh.
Yeah, Rogue was my my first comic book character crush. Love Rogue.
It's funny because mine was Gambit.
Yeah, my Rogue predates your Gambit. How
I don't know if you want to call it a nerd thing, but I remember my first fictional crush when I was very little. I liked Michelle from Full House.
You did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like so hyped on her because I guess we were both kids. I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, see, I didn't know if we were going that route.
Well, yeah, fictional characters. Like I said, TV, movies,
Oh.
whatever.
Oh, then
But as far as like
You're
nerd
obvious.
stuff, I would say our first one really would be Kimberly from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Obviously.
see, I didn't
Yeah.
see, but okay.
Oh, God, and then Tommy. Oh, my God. I
So
crushed
then,
on Tommy
obviously,
so
also
hard.
then the other very, very first would be Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, but that's just too obvious
who's the
for
boss
you.
ass commando. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
That's not even secret. That's
People
common
that aren't
knowledge.
even watching this show know that you crushed on Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, that's yeah.